Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, fellow comrades from Ground Zero, Ground One, all across the world, wherever you're watching from. Hello, it's the press hour today, and I'm seated here with my able colleague, the Undersecretary, Press Secretary, Comrade Walter. Today, we will be visiting our very able host. You know, he's got multiple commitments within a struggle, and yeah, he's quite busy with his other functions as the communications undersecretary. So welcome, Comrade Walter, my able press secretary colleague. How are you doing today?
Well, thank you very much. I think that it's a new day, and as usual, we are always very delighted to be here to keep the audience informed and to keep them on the right direction. But before, we just want to acknowledge the presence of each and everyone. We just want to thank, especially Ground Zero. We want to thank all those who have stood the test of time and very determined that our final stop will be Boya. We just want to draw your attention that today we are going to continue with the program, even though the anchor man, Comrade Dr. Ngwabe, is out for a special mission. We are looking forward to meet him next week. We just want to thank each and everyone and also to acknowledge the presence of the press secretary, Comrade Dr. Yaya, who is back for a mission. Well, it has taken her quite some time. It's my pleasure to meet you again.
Thank you, my able colleague. I'm sorry, I need to turn off the volume. So we're going to go straight away to listen to one of the speeches made by the president to our very patriotic Ambazonia Restoration Forces. Please share and invite as we play the president's speech.
Hail this land of glory, we the Amazonians pledge our loyalty. Praise to our Savior who granted us the freedom, and legends to the hero who bowed along the Diablo. Glory to glory, we rise and never to fall. Here in our nation, flowing with earth and holy. Glory, glory, glory to the Father for making you a nation, a joy forevermore. Ambazonia, land of freedom, you shall live in plenty, meeting our needs, and your children shall be like the stars above. The Most High God being the watchman of this nation. Ambazonia, land of freedom, you shall live in plenty, meeting our needs, and your children shall be like the stars above. The Most High God being the watchman of this nation. Hail this land.
Amazonia National Self-Defense Council. Greetings from the State House. You are doing well. I want to say thank you. Our Bui warriors, Amazonia Restoration Forces in Bui County. Thank you. You are doing very well. Amazonia Restoration Forces in Goketunja. So proud of you. You are doing well. Amazonia Restoration Forces and TTA in Momo. You are doing very well. Thank you. Amazonia Restoration Forces in all the 7 local governments in Mezam County. Santa, you are doing very well. Thank you. Our Red Dragons, Amazonia Restoration Forces in Libialem, we are so proud of you. You are doing well. Amazonian Restoration Forces in Manyu, the Manyu Ghost, you are doing so well. Thank you. Amazonian Restoration Forces in Sako, the ball is in your court. Thank you for your sacrifices. Amazonian Restoration Forces in Dongamanto, in Boyo County. Yes, in Menchum. Amazonian Restoration Forces in Dian Kupemwanenguba. Thank you for your sacrifices. Let me remind us, it was for this purpose that I ordered that we establish special forces in every county. I say this to those counties that are yet to fully comply or in the process of compliance. You have to do that and do so quickly. It was for a time like this because we need to transition from a defensive posture to an offensive posture. We need a force that is agile, that is equipped, that's powerful, that is mobile, that is able to meet the enemy where he is, not wait for them. We are no longer going to wait for them in vain in our camps because they no longer come to our camps. They no longer come to us. They try to ambush one or two persons in places, but they don't confront us anymore. So we will not lie and wait and say it is over because we don't have an enemy to face. This is the time special forces go hunting, go for them, go search, go look for them. You be the one to go ambush them. Get them before they get you. Don't wait for them. Our motto this year is that we will go for them. We will not wait for them anymore. Amazonian Restoration Forces, our special forces, county marshals, our special forces, go for them. Don't wait for them. Go for them. Don't wait for them anymore. Amazonia belongs to Amazonians. You govern the land. You rule Amazonia. You own the land. Any Ekelebe in Amazonia is there illegally. He has no place. He has no right to be there. Go for them. Get them. Anyway, our special forces, our ghost forces, our county marshals, for this reason, you were established. You have been equipped and established. Go for them before they come for you. That is the way to go in 2021. Thank you very much. We are able. This generation must finish this assignment. God bless you and preserve you until we meet in Boya. Today is January 10th, 2021.
Well,
really
fellow
sorry.
viewers,
Sorry, Comrade Walter, it appears I was muted. I'm really sorry about that.
all right?
So can you hear me? So
Yes.
thank you, fellow viewers, dear comrades. You just listened to the president, encourage our Amazonian restoration forces to do what they have to do. So to my able colleague, Comrade Walter, what do you have to say? What is the meaning of that message right now, especially given the current atmosphere where we are
I
faced
think,
with the aggression of the enemy?
oh, yes. I think the president has been able to re energize the entire sons and daughters of Southern Cameroon, especially the restoration forces who are out to defend the land and to send away the intruders and the enablers and the occupiers in our land. Um, he has been able to come up with a new approach resulting from the vision and inspiration that they should go for the offensive. This is because it's a well thought out plan where they want to remind La Republique that from the beginning we were defending ourselves, but now it is time for us to go on the offensive now and to remind them that this land, we own the land. And in another word, to tell them that we are not afraid of them, despite all the arms that they believe to have, or despite all the sophisticated arms that they have, and despite the intimidation that they have been using on us. But I think that this offensive method now is to make them to understand that we are now ripe, we are now determined, we are now matured, and we are now ready for the battle to take our land. And this explains why you see recently on ground zero, there have been a change on the ground. I think I would like to draw your attention and maybe to go back to my colleague so that Comrade Dr. Yaya can at least rekindle the activities that have been happening on ground zero at this moment, especially with regards to the different county, which is exactly what the president was expecting from the restoration forces, the idea of of launching an attack on the offensive.
Thank you, Comrade Walter. So now in this, we've heard and read news of, the occupational forces of La République du Cameroon invading our territory, trucks, of military armor of the highest order, parading the different counties specifically or particularly Lebialem and Boy of recent, and with this very deadly plan to actually do their one last sweep, as they believe. So in a situation like this, knowing that this is a fully formed conventional army as against a baby army, which is the resilient Amazonian Restoration Forces, of course, we do not underestimate their capabilities. How do you interpret this message of go for them? Others could say this might be dangerous, actually confronting a fully formed and irresponsible military which has deadly arms in their hands. How can we then apply this message to the people? I guess there's the element of encouragement, to be strong. But how can you break this down to our Amazonian Restoration Forces?
I think what the restoration forces are doing now is just the exact thing that is expected of them. We have been able to resist La République du Cameroon with despite their mass population and their sophisticated arms, but with a few of us and with a few arms that we have, our strategy superb pass and has override theirs in all circumstances. Because for 4 years and more now, La Republic is almost running out of ideas. They are almost confused. They don't know exactly what they could do. You see what is happening, like take the case of Lebialem. Paul Tasson has come out with another strategy where it is like using some few talks as they used to do to intimidate and kill some funds, and then to blackmail it that it is done by the Red Dragons with more particular attention on their supreme commander, the Field Marshal. This is to like entice the population and then to bring in some kind of divide and roles tactics, such which that the population should turn against the restoration forces. This kind of tactics is to tell you that they are really defeated, they are really confused, and they are frustrated because despite the arms that they have not been able to make any move. They have not been able to change anything on the ground. Rather, we are getting more stronger and stronger. Recently, if I take you to the northern zone, the Bui warriors have been able to come out with a well mapped out strategy where they surprise the Republic to Cameroon forces. These terrorist forces now were given the biggest blow of their life, as many of them were taken away by casket to an unknown destination. The number is so huge that we cannot be able to even pronounce it here. But this is to tell you that the tragedy of offensive now has begun. And this is going to happen in all the 13 counties, making it very difficult and impossible for the Republic soldiers to withstand our might. Of course, everyone will be able to conclude without any doubt that for more than 4 years, fighting a group of people who are believed not to have acquired sophisticated arms or maybe some training within the area of the military, but they have not been able. So it can tell you that La République du Cameroon seem not to be any match to the restoration forces. And now that we speak, we are now having what they call sophisticated arms that can even surpass that of the Republic. And this is when now the idea of offensive has to be taken seriously, and it's already going on. I want to continue to thank all the restoration forces and telling them that they are just doing the right thing now at the right time, following the instruction of His Excellency, the Supreme Commander of the Federal Republic of Ambazonia, Dr. Samuel Sako Ikome. So I feel that I would like to actually acknowledge the restoration forces and saying that at this moment they are doing a fantastic job. And I really want to thank Comrade Dr. Yaya for actually rekindle this idea, which is very important for our people to understand the importance of this issue of offensive approach.
Yes, my able Comrade Walter, are you taking the next question?
Yes, actually, I wanted to find out something from you about the issue of this draft. A cross section of the people seem to be saying that, asking the question that was the draft actually an important gesture? Was it actually a good strategy? What do you have to say now, conscious of the fact that you are seeing what is happening on ground zero? What do you have to tell the people with regards to the issue of draft?
Absolutely, absolutely. It was a must. In fact, it was a dire necessity, and it is an exercise that we have to continue doing. Because we have our Amazonian Restoration Forces who have sacrificed their lives for our freedom. So they are paying the ultimate price. Those of us who are blessed to be here by not by design, but by coincidence or the way nature willed it. We are not there to give up our lives like our restoration forces are actually doing. Respect to all of our fallen heroes. So what we can do in the diaspora is actually to draft. We are simply saying this is our own contribution to this liberation struggle. Others are doing that with their lives. We are doing this with money. So we are even in a comfortable position where we have a choice, where we can actually choose to give money, and even some even have the option of not giving money. Compared to those back home, to our restoration forces, honorable men and women in uniform, as I'll call them, they have no choice. Some of them are, got up and they were surprised by people breaking into their houses, killing their moms, their wives, their children, and they had to defend themselves, and that's where they found themselves. So we really need to, when I talk of we, I'm talking about the diaspora. That is the only sacrifice, and it is very small compared to any life. There's no amount of money that can buy life. So that is our sacrifice to make in the diaspora. We must draft until we feel the pain. We don't have to be comfortable because our people back home are not comfortable. The mother or the pregnant woman or the grandma or the brother, the son, uncle or husband who just gets surprised at night and the house is put on fire has no choice. But we are far away. We are in our comfort zones. We're living, in comfortable abodes with food and shelter and excessively. We have to draft till we bleed. That means we need to fund this revolution. That's the only way it can work. That's the cooperation we can have. So we are pleading to all those who have drafted, and we'll be having resource mobilization at some point. You let me know when we come to that stage, when to bring them in to shed a little bit of light on the importance of the draft. Thank you.
Excellent. Actually, I think I agree with you on several points, especially given the fact that we actually need this support in order to make the restoration forces continue with the huge challenge that they have on the ground, to make sure that these occupiers are completely bundled out of our territory so that we can have a freedom of our own in order to forge out the connotation of development that will reflect the actual essential structure which we expect it to be. I also want to take this advantage again just to throw more light and then to find out something with regards to the issue there of the county structure. We realize that county by county seems to be a very wonderful strategy. I just want to find out from you once more, Comrade Dr. Yaya, that the cooperation between county in order to make the occupier very, very confused and completely demoralized or completely demolished out of our land. Do you feel that there is this need for a collective front, or what I would say, some kind of a joint approach, such which that the challenge in order to meet up with all the 13 counties will make them be absolutely confused and actually maybe overweighted? What do you think of such a good approach? Uh, Sorry, it seems as if there is a technical issue again.
Oh, so I'm so sorry. I had to mute because
Okay.
I was trying to call the resource mobilization. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Yes, so coming to your question, talking about the LGA county structure, I think in a nutshell, that is talking about the form of governance whereby the grassroots is at the core of it. You have a participatory governance whereby there's a central government, but as well you have tiers of the government which form the bulk of this whole entity, and that comprises of the LGAs. LGAs then comprise counties, and then the 13 counties comprise Amazonia. So in a nutshell, we're talking about decentralization, which is one of our strongest values, and one of the downsides of the former faulty union that we had with the neighboring La République du Cameroon, whereby everything is controlled from Yaoundé. So this is a government that already, even though in a revolutionary phase, is already practicing decentralization and already the values of a federation. So the LGAs are the most basic units, and these are mainly structural units, more to do with mobilization of both manpower, human as well as financial mobilization. And those LGAs now comprise a county, which they report to, they're expected to. And then these counties, of course, are the different states, if you may say, or the entities that comprise the Federal Republic of Amazonia. Sorry, just 1 second. Ma, I will be calling you shortly, please. So yes, that is the structure, and we have been, this is the government, and this is the one of the great things about our president, His Excellency Dr. Samuel Sako, and his visionary leadership. We've walked. A revolution is a walk, and certainly not a walk in the park. We have had challenges and lessons learned along the way. But the important thing is learning these lessons and actually taking action. And one of the issues that were actually, was the problem, or one of the main issues was actually when things were actually centralized, were done from the top hierarchy, if I may say. And we had issues. We had a situation where management of finances and many other things was a one-man show, so to say, and there were hardly structures in place for checks and balances. And so this government came up with this very smart and visionary idea to decentralize the management of everything, pretty much. But of course, having that supervision and follow-up to make sure that we're still one unit. And through this, our counties and our LGAs have made their own personal experiences, personal experiences or their own experiences, and can appreciate, some of these challenges that were actually seen in the early days of the existence of the interim government. So we have a government that listens, that is work in progress, and that has actually improved to the point of giving back power to the people, and at the same time galvanizing this whole entity to work in unison by, encouraging collaboration amongst these counties. Let me say this, Comrade Walter, you also have the school of thought that the creation of counties and LGAs will promote tribalism. And I think this is probably misunderstood, because it is completely the contrary. When we have LGAs and counties, like we said, the LGAs are more mobilization units, and the management at that level is reportable or answerable to the county leadership, which is then reportable to the interim government at large. But having said that, we encourage collaboration between the LGAs of the same county, and that's why every LGA member should still be attending their county meetings. And not only that, we also encourage the collaboration between the counties. And you have what you call the inter-county cooperation, which you see that in play or in display almost all the time. Like even with the recent happenings in Bui, that was a collaborative effort, with both our neighboring county in Bokitundia. So this is not something that promotes tribalism. It actually helps to decentralize management, but at the same time encouraging collaboration so that we work in unison. I hope that helps answer your question.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think that you have been able to actually draw the attention of the people who had some kind of mixed feeling about the issue of county. But again, I feel that we should also understand that even though such a beautiful structure came in place, we will always have people who will never see anything good with regards to the interim government just because they are not in the place of command. Or maybe they would have loved to be in the place, but they don't have that opportunity. And they feel that instead to contribute positively, they feel that negative attributes should be what may satisfy them. But I feel that that should be a very wrong thing in an issue of a revolution of this nature. For example, if we are talking about this issue of county, we were expecting that we are still in a revolution. And one of the things that brought up this county is that it is easier for people to wage war within their area where they understand the terrain very well. That is why you see there is a huge casualty now that La Republic is suffering in Bui area because they don't even know where to go. Some of them are just running without direction, and sometimes they found themselves in an area where they cannot even map out their way back and their rightful direction. And that is the reason why they will suffer from another huge torture and killings from the Bui restoration forces. So I would just want to make people to understand that you touch a very good point that if it's a matter of tribalism, then you will not see collective cooperation, like exactly what you could find happening between the people of Ngokutinja and that of Bui. There was nothing there about tribalism. It's a cooperation. And I think that now the people have been well schooled, and many people who were not very conscious about this issue of county structure and the expectation. I'm very convinced, just like you, that some of them now have actually come to see the importance of this county structure. Besides, it helps so much that any stranger, any intruder that is coming into this land can easily be identified because the people will understand one another. It is so easy again for the people to distinguish those who are struggling to betray the struggle because they understand each and every one and they know exactly the community in which they live in. And through this way, it is much easier for them to forge ahead. uh, I think that you also touched a very important point about the issue of decentralization, which is very, very important because there is no way that people will operate without this kind of breakdown of administration. It makes it much more easier. In this case, we were talking about municipalities, which it will be exactly what we will expect when we finally go to Boya, because we will have municipal structures where people will be able to understand their needs, people will be able to develop their area based on the needs of the people. So the structure, as you rightly say, is absolutely in place already. And I can see that despite that, the fact, apart from the war that is going on, we have been able to demonstrate like before that we are people who understand what it means administration. We understand what it means governance. We understand what it means building a nation and putting a structure that will respond to the needs of the people. I'm absolutely so happy with this. I also want to understand that many people have been jittering that okay, they have seen the result, they have seen the great work of the draft. They want to really want to thank the interim government and the resource mobilization team because every county at this moment is now proud to say at least they have something in their hand that they can start up from somewhere to purchase the arm, to drill their soldiers, to get certain needs, and to put certain things in structure that will enable them to wage this war. So this was a very, very timely and this was a very important exercise. And for this short while, we have been able to see a lot of results resulting from the contribution that people made during the drafting. And I feel that many people have been calling even from ground zero some within Europe, some from Asia, America, all over the world, and asking every time that when is the second phase of the drafting coming, because they are at this moment very, very willing to come out and do a massive contribution from the result that they have seen. This also encourage all the other 13 counties, the other counties that are still putting things in place and are still pushing on, that they should do everything possible, conscious of the fact that they could see and draw inspiration from other counties in order for us to have a collective front. So I'm very conscious of the fact that the resource mobilization team have a plan of action, and I'm very sure that any time from now we shall be hearing from one of the member of the resource mobilization team to at least say something, especially as the people are all waiting to know when the next draft, the second part of the drafting will begin. I myself, I had drafted and I'm still very anxious to draft because I can see the result. And I'm very sure you yourself, Comrade Dr. Yaya, I'm sure that you are also very willing to meet up with the
Okay.
second phase of the draft.
Okay, thank you so much, Comrade Walter. We're very
Hello?
graced to have Ma Irene amongst us. Is that correct? So, Ma Irene, over to you. We were just
Can you
talking about the draft.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, very
Yes.
clearly.
Hello. Maya, yeah, you look stunning. Thanks for representing the Ambazonian women. Great. Thank you so much, sis. You look beautiful.
Thank you.
Comrade Waters, thank you so much for all the firepower you bring into the revolution. Thank you so much. Before I go on, I just want to say, let's just pray for our brothers, our Bui warriors, and all our restoration forces on ground zero. Bui, we want you to know that we are together. That's what our president, His Excellency Dr. Samuel Sako, has mandated me to raise not less than $10,000 this weekend to support the warriors of Bui. And to be honest with you, I've had 3 more calls from the president this morning to make sure I have reached max of 10,000. So if anyone is listening to me and you have not yet dropped in your token for Bui, and now want me I go my regular job tomorrow, I beg when I put money, because I beg, if 10,000 never reach inside today, I no go sleep. So please, so I did beg for help before when I ask this question. Me, I ask my question first. Have all of you supported Bui? I did beg.
Oh, yes.
Thank you so much.
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
Oh, you're talking to us.
Yes, I'm asking you because before you want to ask me a question, I must ask money now.
Okay. Yeah, no, sure, no. You want to do the first 16 of yourself before you come up outside, right?
Yes. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. And thanks for having me on the show. I'm so pleased to be here. Thank you so much. Mhm.
You're
Uh,
welcome,
can,
Comrade Walter.
Thank
yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, absolutely. We have been able for all this while connect with Ground Zero, and there have been a lot of questions coming from Ground Zero, especially not only from Ground Zero, from Europe, and also people from the US and also from Asia, the Middle East. Most the question they're asking is that they have been able to see a huge result about this issue of draft, and they are really delighted. They want to know when the second phase of the drafting will be coming up.
Comrade Waters, thank you so much for that question. Before I go on to answer your question, Comrade Waters, let me take this opportunity to thank you so much for your brave analysis last week about explaining to people about the draft. One of the things that, our distractors are so good. Oh my God, I made headline news on some stupid newspaper. Hooray! And what are they doing? Oh, the draft failed. No. Stupid distractors like them came in and drafted and said they were going to pay. And I'm still telling them, if you're man and woman enough, and you had the audacity to camouflage yourself, to come in and tell Ambazonia people you drafted, please pay that pledge. Pay it. So do not make one mistake to think the draft failed. We collected millions and millions of dollars. That's why you see every local government in Ambazonia. You can really be proud to know that it does not matter what local government in Ambazonia, you can go there and see our boys having weapons to match the enemy. That's the result of the draft. That's why you see many Amazonians willing to draft now. Is the draft failing as these people are thinking? No. We thank you guys for making us be popular by thinking you're trying to stupefy us, you stupefying yourselves. Because if you were all really fighting for freedom, we've not seen any of you criticize the killing of our people. We've not seen any of you criticize the burning of our children. We've not seen any of you, even when you said a dead baby being burnt, none of you had the audacity to say anything because you're doing nothing but working for the enemy. So please keep talking about us. While we do the work to free the country, keep getting rich from La République du Cameroon. So going on to really talk about the business of Amazonia, what matters to our people, I am starting today by saying, please, please, if you're an Amazonia, if you're a true freedom fighter, if you're anyone who believes that we want nothing to do with federation, if you support Amazonia, we talk say one for all for one. Bui warriors need us to show love to Bui. Today, if you talk about nothing, talk about Bui warriors. We want every Ambazonia, it no matter whether you're in Asia, you there, wherever you there for this war, even if for ground zero, say, call me, I will take the money. We brothers and sisters for Bui. We want to make sure we stand in solidarity to tell Bui warriors, fight on. We are right behind you. We are supporting you. We are going to be drafting soon, but it's all about Bui today for me. Please, please, if you have not had a chance, Maya, I would love for you to put the payment platforms of Bui on this, so that anyone watching us, please, please chip in whatever you need to chip in. Let's show our brothers and sisters in Bui we are ready. We've heard that La République has decided to stop everything and send all their forces to Bui to kill our people in Bui. So we Amazonians, we need to let this enemy know that we are up to the task. We will fight. Within yesterday that the president called for this emergency fundraising to Bui, the president has asked for not less than $10,000 to be dropped to our boys in Bui. The anchor man is going to be doing a major fundraising on Bui. But in the meantime, we need to make sure, Bui, we are there. Keep fighting. We are strong behind you. You will not lack anything. We will make sure you can defeat this enemy. Don't be afraid. We are right behind you. So that's what I want to send to my brothers and sisters in Bui. Thank you for that. So now I can go to answer your question about the draft. Can you hear me, Maya? Yeah, I see your lips moving. Can you hear you, Maya? Yeah?
You are muted. No.
I can hear you now.
I am so sorry. I keep swapping between calls and being here. Myri, did you have a question? I just wanted to thank you for always bringing in vigor and life to what you alone know how to do best. You and your comrade. So thank you. We've got the payment link on the screen. Like we see, as again coming to this whole form of leadership. This is a county problem, if you may say, but the president, of course, sees this as a national emergency. So no one is left behind, and we have seen so much gratitude and kindness and oneness in terms of being Amazonian. We've had generous donations from everyone across the board, regardless of your county. So look, we are in one family. We are 13 counties, but one Amazonia. So there is no such thing as counties encouraging tribalism, because we haven't seen any iota of that. And we want to use this opportunity, to first of all thank you, extend a sincere gratitude on behalf of the chairman of Bui County, who would have been here today, but he's actually in an emergency meeting given the current situation that's on the ground. So do we have to ask, can we ask how far you've gone with meeting your target and how you think we can hit that target?
Mommy, I beg you now, because I know go American airline job tomorrow. I need to go my work. So which means I know go sleep. If I don't sleep, you know what? I'll call you. So if you want to sleep, help me, I beg you. We are doing awesome. I mean, I want to say this. Bachongwa local government. I say thank you to Bachongwa local government. We have our Bui Ambazonia is one. That's why we have a commander-in-chief who is steady on the clock and watching what is happening and knows when to call in an emergency. So Bachungwa, I'm urging every local government, I'm challenging every local government, including my local government, Mugamo local government, do something to support Bui as an LGA. Bachungwa local government has supported Bui with $1,000 from Bachungwa local government. So please, 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 I am begging if I have 5 local governments that can call in and give $1,000, I think I would have met my target. Please, please, I'm begging all of you watching me. I know you have questions for me, Maya, but today, let me take my time to plead for funds for Bui. Ambazonia is one. And I want to make sure you all understand, Maya, we saw some thieves, the same people that do nothing but try to sabotage us, change our payment platforms today to start siphoning money. I wonder what you all really do. You steal this money to go and waste it. This Dr. Sako takes this money to do things on ground zero. Comrade Waters, within a few minutes, as they saw the money coming, the demons that call themselves Ambazonia had changed our payment platforms. Thank God for Maya was so vigilant. We saw that and we corrected it immediately. So please, 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 we are begging everyone, watch the payment platforms on the forum right now. Let's make sure that our brothers and sisters in Bui, they need to know that we are there for them. We've heard everything Bivondo has said, every military to Bui. That's what Bivondo just declared. Every military, we want to make sure every ant in Bui is killed. So Ambazonians, please, please, let's make sure that our brothers and sisters in Bui have the support they need to make sure that they're taken care of, because we know that locust is going to come flowing on them, but our God will destroy them before they get there. Thank you all so much for contributing. I'm begging you, please, please, call in to contribute money. If you have any money to call into for Bui right now, please let the phone lines ring for Bui. Call me anytime when it comes to taking care of Bui. That's what we have to do this weekend. It's all about Bui this weekend. Thank you.
Thank you, Ma Irene. Thank you. Words can't express our appreciation for what you do for the entire Ambazonian struggle, and particularly now for Bui. Again, thanking all our donors and still pleading. There's a huge retaliation that is being planned on Bui and certain areas of Amazonia. Please donate till you bleed. Remember, we have 13 counties but one Amazonia. We have our usual slogan, all for one for all, and we've seen an excellent display of this to the highest heights. Just in a couple of days when this emergency drive was launched, the response has been magnificent. So we want to thank you, and we encourage those who haven't chipped in something to please do so. And nothing is small. Nothing is small. Think about it this way. Anything, little drops will form an ocean. So please don't feel shy that you don't have as much as a county donated or someone donated. It's about what you have that comes from your heart. So please, every widow's mite is encouraged. We thank you in advance. So, Comrade Walter, did you have something to add?
Oh yes, I think that we people who have been spending all their time giving wrong information about the golden approach of the county seem to be very disappointed now, and we have even realized that if not that both of you were so quick to identify that they were struggling to swing the funds, this tells you that they only have very negative intention. But unfortunately, all their evil plan is just coming to tell us that we are just doing the right thing and we are just the right direction, and we're encouraging everybody just to be very conscious, everybody just to listen to our voice and to the instructions, and everything will be fine. I'm very sure that when we talk about Bui raising funds and supporting them, the resource mobilization is using that as a contact point at this moment because every focus is there. But we are also drawing the attention of the people of Kutinja who were working hand together with that of Bui, that the resource mobilization has not forgotten you. I'm very sure that the director is here and may even throw more light again about that. So everybody, please know very well that as soon as the fund comes in, they know exactly how to go about it, and everyone will be very satisfied, just as they did from the very beginning. So it is a well mapped out plan, and trust me, the resource mobilization headed by the director, Comrade Maharin Ngwa, he's always here and he's giving you the right narrative, and he's just making you to understand exactly what you should know. So I feel that she will be able to touch something again regarding these twin brothers who have been able to disprove this issue of tribalism. Because if it was tribalism, they will not work together. So all those kind of ideas that have brought up have failed. So I feel that she is going to shine more light again about that.
You know what, Comrade Waters?
Yeah.
I don't know what to say, because I think some of these people are trying to make us fail. You know, I say one of the things Michelle Obama said: if they go low, go high. If you remember the last time we were doing our award finale, part one, out of a sudden I came up that we needed to raise funds for Ngok Kunja. I always pronounce this wrong, so forgive me. This is one of my biggest challenges in life is
You don't
pronouncing
understand.
Ngok. It's the worst thing I do. Out of a sudden, we had finished, and I launched an immediate emergency fundraising for Ngok Kunja. Believe it or not, that day we raised $5,000 on the spot. Ambazonians
Wow.
don't do tribalism. Ambazonians
No.
know the need. And one of the things I really personally want to thank President Sako for recognizing the talent in me and the talent in Nijo, and trusting us to call the shots when we think we can call the shots. And he says, go. We we just thought and we knew what Ngoktikunja does. For people who don't know anything about Ngoktikunja, they are strategic, they plan, and they do well. They sit there and they block and attack. If people who are not narrow-minded could have read something, we saw our brothers in Bowie who are not so great did not take credit for all of this. They said that if not of their brothers in Goktukunja that have been working together with them, it would have been worse. So please, I'm not sure where people are coming up with this narrative of tribalism. No, Amazonians are doing well together. One of the things that I have chosen to do in this revolution is to stay focused, Comrade Waters, like you do. Because if you get distracted by noise, you will not do your job. Maya can tell you this. I get up at 3 a.m. every morning to make sure I do what I was brought here to do. I put my whole soul, like you do, like Maya does, and like all of us that are in leadership. All I can advise us is stop this noise about tribalism. There is no tribalism in Amazonia. When we see something happening in Fako, we all jumped. I can just give you a good example, Comrade Watts. Just so you all know, during the draft, the presidential entourage went from one county to the other county. And during the presidential and the award draft, every county, you saw the same people. We had a presidential entourage that went with us from every county to county. And guess what? They all donated money. That was to show the love that Amazonia had. Maya, yourself, myself, we went every county that we went, we chipped in. That was not tribalism. Fako County basket for the president's basket for Fako County was about $10,000. That's how much people followed him. The president's basket for Momo County was about not $10,000 for Mezam, for all the counties. So where is tribalism coming from, Comrade Waters? Distractors wants us to think we are failing. But I sit here as the woman who raised this money for this country. I tell you this, there is not a day I have gotten up and called my core response group to say the president says it's an emergency and we need to go, and they have not given money. They didn't even care whether they come from Fako, from Momo, from Dian, from Goktukunja, from Bui. They just gave. That's the spirit of oneness that we foster among us. That's the spirit of Amazonia. But we do have distractors that try everything within their powers to make people think that we have tribalism. No, we don't. We don't have tribalism. We will keep working hard. We will keep pushing, and we will get home. When we get home, we will get home like one Amazonia, not like different tribal groups. Thank you, Comrade Waters.
Excellent. So I'm looking forward. I don't know. Is it so that I understand that tomorrow we have a special program for fundraising, or the paper that is just going through the low bar is exactly what
Yeah,
we are looking forward and informing everybody to use for the payment?
Let me respond to this.
yeah,
This is part one. Secretary Chris and I are going to be doing something special for Bowie County. I do work Monday
Okay.
through Friday, so it's challenging for me. Secretary Chris and I have talked behind the scene. We will be launching a very special program for Bowie County, maybe we get together with Dr. Kunja to make sure that that part is secured. But in the meantime, between yesterday and tomorrow morning, we must raise $10,000. We need to show La Republique du Cameroon that Ambazonians got it together. That if you think you can bring your machines in 1 second, when our president say money, we feel call 5 million for one day. Because they don't go bank for their country the other day, money no day for bank. They don't poor. So so we need to start this payment platform where they pass like this. Show them. Ambazona show this La Republic people say Ambazona get cash. Because we get cash. They don't dry. They don't get one kobo. Why you think that they kill children? They're not fighting our restoration forces. They are killing babies. If you call yourself a military person, you're going to Bui to kill children. Are you a military? You're not a military. You're killing babies. La Republique du Cameroon cannot match us. And guess what? Financially, we can beat them. So as you see these numbers scroll down the screen, everybody start to call. Start to put your money for this place. Show this place, say, maybe we put we mouth where we money belong. And show these enemies of ours that make noise, that the people that are working hard to free homeland, we will contribute until we bleed, like Maya said. So, comrade, for now, put all the money here. Secretary Chris and I will be coming live, maybe Saturday or so, I don't yet know, to do a special fundraising to buy the big items. When I mean the big items that Bowie County needs, that's what will be coming live with Secretary Chris to raise money for those missions.
wow. Thank you so much, Mai. Yes, I want to just tell people, they say, when they look down on the screen, they'll see the payment options. Like Mai don't actually explain, but we get an emergency. I don't know if I don't read, what the genocidal army of La Republique, the plan for do. They don't deploy so many trucks, for go up, because they feel in their last 5 days, so they want to just exterminate and stop, the struggle. So the emergency actually they, while they do another special this thing. Today actually be the day where we really get for chip in, so that we get the people that all are ready to face this enemy. So we thank everybody who had already chip in something, and still encourage more. Mr. Able host, I don't know whether you want to get a short commercial break, or Comrade Walter, you get any other thing for add?
Maya, let me
No,
ask you
just
something. Maya,
Okay.
I want to ask my question
Yes.
to you. My pidgin not they good to, but I could try. My question I want to ask you and I say, I did as I get plenty of boyfriends, right? I don't understand what
Yeah.
they think right now. Because if somebody said that will not sing, I want to talk these things for pigeon so that make it really go far. I think I know the still understand, say, Comrade Waters, for this day and age, somebody go say that will not sing. They kill our people. They born our babies. When I see say that, when I think, Maya, I don't even know. The only thing I know for Bui say na say Abenamba. You fit talk something for that Bui people way. They still talk say that when I think, including my friend, I know one call their name for here. Talk them for Bui. Ask them say if they born them for Bui. When the Republican for kill people, they not think say you do support that or nothing, or they not support that or nothing. They just be kill anyhow. If you tell something for them for Bui, make them know say this thing not be that one thing again. I beg you, my sister.
Oh, sister, you don't put me on the spot. Mshati about na baby. My country talk shamefully, I must say, really over good that way. But I recall my chair, with chairman for Bui County, where you go fit talk for country talk for people the way they claim say this thing now una thing because we don't understand what they mean. Because if man can break into your house, he thief your thing them, he kill your papa, mommy, pikin, woman, or your brother, your sister. And then you talk say that your thing, stand for defend yourself. Then it means say something be wrong with your brain. Unfortunately, a lot of the people, their consciences don't be sold over. They don't represent the typical banso man or the boy man as we know, as we knew in the past. So I'll call with able chairman, waiting on the line now, to speak to our people, especially those who are still on the fence and talking down a thing, so that they can't this night for can't kill with people them. Their grandmammy, grandpapa picking them, let them do something. So, Chairman, you are online, you're on air, so speak to your people and also speak to the people in Lamso and in Pidgin or English, whichever. So over to you. Let me hear you now.
Thank you so very much for bringing me in to this program. I just come talk with people them. I talk for the whole Amazonia. I want to start by thanking the initiative of our able and wise President Samuel Sako and our Vice President Abongwa, Dr. Abongwa. I thank them very well. And then I thank the Amazonian people where they don't stand up say me they try for help for see this this one a do or die. If any man be there for any place, me no. Say now time for die this. As we see, war don't be concentrated in Bui. If he said they go get for break Bui back now for be able to win the war. But as we always be, Amazonia always stand up one for all and all for one. And the one try for tell when I say the situation for ground it be a thing when I long up. So me any man put his head together, we will put we hand together and make sure say we rise and fall like one man. It not be easy. And who been talk say anything will ever be easy. We not look for war. They bring we war. If your brother, they want me to do something, now for kill you. When I see what way they do for we. For every place now for every nook and corner, for every little village, the forces them, enemy forces, and they attack we. And this particular night, it don't be planned. From today onward, they get 2 weeks for make sure that they flatten we. And then from there, they begin calm down from Gogatunja and to the rest of Amazonia. So I'm gonna rise up, make every at the big say the situation is be dire, me all man put the hand for back and make sure they say maybe we support our boys for ground where they don't be able to stand up against this enemy for 4 years now. For 4 years now unrelentlessly. We support them. Minimum put the hand for your back. Not to say that one a thing. That one a thing when they come for village, for square, for market, for house, inside house, they never talk say you be this minister brother or you be this minister sister. You be this minister picking or you be this minister grandson or granddaughter. They cut you all and when they see what will happen. War don't stop for every place for Amazonia. They don't gather all troops and they don't stop all administration officers where they're supposed to come for, but say they don't come for 2 weeks. They give them 2 weeks for clear. They will begin come. So plan. This was the last battle. We use everything for at your disposal. Many men not stand sitting down a thing. Down a thing no day again. Now all we think and it be always been all we think Amazonia for all we know for one man. So we wanna come support Bui. Make Bui be able to stand against the enemy like David if he stand against Goliath. This one a God ordained a revolution and we get for win. by all costs. We need to take nothing. We need to seize any money thing. We need to take nothing when we own. If now we think people are supposed to beg and beg from we, they're not supposed to bid we, kill we, seize them. And then me I talk for country talk, so that me my brother them with my sister them they hear me. Hey, one drop. Hey, one baby. Give them. Abai. Careful to quoi. Et du demi kum. Et le fond kum. Me noni. Le fond noni do le do oku. Et le fond oku. C'est bien. Min we meti mandre. Kimbo. Kumbu. Eh, one drop. One boy. Give them. Give them now we got the fucking key. You got the fucking key. Even lemon trouble then some type. Then some lemon some type they are. Tell them son. You got them some with us me. I'm so here dear boy. One went for one rebel ye or was in Abai got here. In Jerusalem come. So dear boy the team you will not let off. Team of the we on. Abba. And now the lucky this year energy. Associate of a simple. So this is inside boy. After in the lab, I didn't let them. I'm so here, dear boy. When one and the youth is a wonderson. One try, their mommy. Dear boy, I do my winning. I do my winning. Think of that, my age. If I can say you want to hear Danny, given, let me you are going to them, let me you are Booney. Then Booney and Bob and Voice like Danny. The Voice, Abba. I'm trying my innocent. I was in your control to look at this and your person. From that time, from that Tadison, from that Yavison, this is I was in Roger. I will not teach above some bullshit and the bullshit I would not can you look at you. Marlon Bin, Gia, then why you over? Then why you over? And then you give more we more. It's a mug looking. Come on, looking for Angalban. Some for Angalban, will you load that photo? No, you a boss of the packet. Will you load that photo? So you would who quite one bit over bum in young for Kiwo. For fucking kid. For fucking kid, you see? Or see she form. Lie on in the world. It's a Mona. A boss of Kaya, a boss of Fabi. Master came to boy. We lie on the edge. I only tell you. I lay I don't want to lay a down. I will lay a forever. I will lay a son. I'm so Japan sweet in Japan. Then what you have evenly lay some more a tata from Lonis is Swina. Some of it in the sinner. Some are killing of the team listener. Given about then know you. Given from Mooney. Why were them? Kin ben toma rikaki, then come, then welcome, about if some fascia is a drasho, Mungo to also him, Munu Yesuin, Drag forget that, Drakasan, Bosan, you run alone. Kiven, I'm not going to autumn. Let me you utter Boni. Kiven a fur, Kiven a bar, Kiven a mummy, Kiven a Jameson, Ena. The soon been at the GC been at the GC one side. The GC one side. Given what I'm getting with you. Ena, a very for you.
Very, very Shay. Thank you so much. Shay. That was the chairman for Boy pleading to his landsmen and women in the Saw dialect. We have, of course, we have different dialects or languages in the Bui County, the Oko, Noni, but the chairman stems from so that's the reason why he spoke in that language. We wish he could speak the others. But yes, he has spoken in Pidgin, and so everybody could understand. So, any way, he really follow up for country talk, and something where will touch your heart, not just say, we're there for front. Come on, I want to encourage your people. These people, the chairman and the defense team, all night, to be honest, non-stop from one meeting or another, trying to see how they manage this emergency when they actually go on. So We really thank on the chairman in coordination, coordinating the entire team for see how we be prepared against this enemy. But again, we'll not be doing much without the money we need. And these boys, and the need for chop, the need for even just eat. Imagine things where we take them for granted. For some of them, it not be guaranteed so they will chop today to tomorrow. So if someone will get chop, who's will get powerful fight. So we just beg to everybody. I mean, more could stop for being selfish. I'm being sorry for saying that. Because we really get excess. With the chop, with the throw away half chop for inside this thing. Just remove anything with it for your pocket. Now the payment methods and that for the chip in something. Even if you say you know one put on for a war or whatever, we not be warring and we ask them, they can't find we will defend ourselves when are we right. Mostly when they come, they do that. They always leave picking them with wounds. Some they get very deadly wounds. Some they die out of infections and all those things. So put at least some money will help, whether for the self defense or at least for help with these humanitarian cases. So now all we the correct payment details and now they go on the screen. Yes, as we talk, some fake one day way people they don't take a turn and change and do funny things. But just make sure if you in doubt, you call my Irene Resource Mobilization, or you call myself or any of we come water for check. But no say not the correct one and now they go on. So just don't be fooled. Yes, come water. Any question for the chairman before you go? Chairman of my Resource Mobilization. But go ahead, please.
Mr. Chairman, I'll be so happy say you'll be able for quiz time because we understand the emergency and you as at this moment will always receive calls from left and right. But we just want to thank you and then for remind you say this so make this platform such which that you feel always come here if possible even next week this same time so that you feel come talk make the people see you just as the other chair they don't come can't talk. Last week we get the chair for Manfe. I think we would need you next week so that when they hear you, they see you. I think it will give them more hope. Just for the fact that you don't come here talk, we'll be very very grateful because at least the people don't always ask say who's the chairman there, who's the 1 year the chairman for that county. Just for hearing your voice, so I think everybody be motivated. Even me says what I talk for here, I'll be so motivated for hear your voice. How much more for the people where they really want to hear you often?
Come on,
so we want just
if you know
we just want
this chairman as Shakespeare. If you know this chairman as Shakespeare, he finds city and as Shakespeare. So if you want to see this chairman for Bush, so John will say you go see as Shakespeare for Amazonia. Okay.
Chairman, you get a word before we get a short break.
No, I did. I want to just thank, I keep my thanks and I forget the resource mobilization. That one at the heart of Amazonia.
Yes.
The grinding into the divine oil for the various parts, for the engine for this Amazonia struggle. Before we be able to stand for us within now. So that one, the impact, if you go, you can count 1, 2, 3 when this resource mobilization. And my eye, you need you. Thank you, plenty. Thank you, plenty for all my One day.
Amen.
This life will stand forever. Thank you very much. One for all for one.
Amen.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Chairman. So we'll let you go because we're not business.
Thank you.
Okay.
Come on, what are you doing? Another Shakespeare.
No, I'll be so happy for listening to that chairman because chairman won't come make and clear because now they be actually the people where they see the reality on the ground and they feel see the impact for this draft at this moment where it testify. So I really hope say those the way that they always long for background there, they cook all those their thing. I think they get forgive a second thought. And all my way some of this moment, they still talk so down that thing. I think they really need for consult a psychiatrist because I don't think say that normal person that anymore. Because if you know what way they happen at this moment, even time where we'll not be there for war, we hear people for Somalia, we hear people for Congo, we hear people for Eritrea. That's all we sympathize, that's all we be so concerned. How much more you want for your own door? How much more for your own backside? You want to pretend up to this moment, say you don't know what way they happen. Even if you believe say nothing that happen, you want to tell me say they kill Pekin, they kill big mommy, they rape woman and pikin. I mean, it not touch you. No, then normally, you not really being a normal person where you dey function correctly. Trust me, there's something really need for be done. Because at this moment, everybody, with the nooks and crannies as far as Southern Cameroon be concerned, no matter what who you be reside, you not fit prepare now, say you don't know what way they happen and you know how be touch. Because I know people way from the beginning, they be skeptical, but today they be so strong into this struggle more than those the way they be even started because they don't come for realize and say no from the beginning. Maybe they not be really understand what it happen, but now they get a real true picture of the reality. So how much
Come and watch
more you
us.
want to say? Yes.
Chairman Share, I want to ask Chairman Share because sometimes a lot of people just make noise and they don't understand. I go beg una for invite me and need you next week for talk. But chairmanship, fit tell una first hand as the first county with a draft. How much this award draft help Bowie County? Chairmanship because for Bowie now 15 people they draft, including my sister. All these Bowie people they get PhDs all over the world. When a doctor, every time we want to doctor na Bowie come out. Every time we want to doctor na Bowie come out. All that doctor for Bowie, now only 15 of them with the draft. But Chairman Shefi talk how the other rest of Amazonia come for help with people. Chairman Shefi, if you tell these people where they listen, how we award draft to for Bowie. Chairman Shefi no more.
Yes, I thank you. Thank you for letting me talk again. Yes, the award draft for Bowie, it will be very, very poor. It will be very, very poor. Bowie warriors, Bowie warriors. And that's how I know my people. But when it comes for this draft, I begin wonder whether the very people who have been done. Not only 15 of us that be draft. You know, the rest of the support will come for Bowie. Now Amazonia support Bowie. And so looking at that, look what they do. Would they do what way Napoleon believe him? We not do. Would they do what way great fighters they never ever do them? But would they do them without the support? The support we're supposed to get from our own country people.
Exactly.
And the asset countryman, my country people. When I woke up, I beg when I woke up. Everywhere for the whole of this world. I don't travel almost all around. Every city, for every country, you get Bowie Cultural Association. We do very, very good for culture, for association. And the one ask when I say that when I culture, we will get and so. Now the culture all will. Me are the big cultural man. As they ask when I say my brothers and sisters, who say when I will go practice that culture, land don't go. When I want go away, the place where when I call and say when I practice that culture, when I not go ever see that land again. If when I not woke up for bed, I beg when I woke up, when I hold this struggle to protect that land, the land of our great ancestors, the land where it be an editor, a symbol for that culture we want to for Western capitals. I don't think say when I go take for example for so long when I go take can bring that come on to Washington DC. When I know come take come on for London for London. When I go not take it when I move on for Paris for Italy. I the people now. Maybe put sense on today in the day where we get for think I know the hollow now, but the talk I say the way the reason how una reason with me too, brother sister them. I bet no they're not say that una thing. Culture where that culture where we know very well so that culture never be learn. Where we go free ever exercise that very culture. We will call that very ancestors, they will answer Puna. They will answer una where we not now. They not ever answer una for Washington DC. They not go answer una for Paris. They not go answer una for London. They not go answer una for Amsterdam. Please, when I wake up, when I keep that culture, when this fight for gain that land, to regain that land, to gain that culture to come out. So that when you planted that culture, then you will go and make your incantation to throw your water through your little ground. On top you are great grand to about them for their grave. And then that culture, it will be meaning. And even if we are people hold that culture now, I declare when I say in the next 10 years, where that land, if you know that we have, that culture, it will fade because it will be contaminated with all these things, the mixture for Gary and Sam, no, inside here, we going to for outside here. No, we will land this. No, before Yahweh, that culture will survive. It will only survive, not for we land. I beg, when I wake up, my brother and my sister. Please, anyone waiting for ground, if you take your brother or your sister waiting for one country, when I talk for them, say brother, uncle, auntie, with the finish or the kiwi. If you really help that lover, then you help her. When I talk for them, when I want to for ground zero. When I go when I brother them, when I sister them, when I make them auntie them, uncle them, when they for year, when I to keep them. When they protect this flower not be one man thing. This flower not be one man thing. Not be one man thing. I will talk now so they say I'm a thing. Because now when I don't put me say me, I begin a voice. I know be the biggest man for good. I been in a picking. I never call myself a picking. But when they want put fun, when they want put chief, when they want put your chair, they need to put the oldest man. Anyone with the choose and say that your chair, that one a power. So in the why that way I turn up to this a power. I tell you now, say, when woke up, when I open when I idle, I beg una. The draft is the being of shame. Shame for we. I did not say we be warriors. We be warriors in anything where they go forward, whether they sing, whether they dance, whether they contribute for them, whether they fight, I did not say that we did first. But this time, I reserve my comments. My brother, we're gonna make forcing, make that buoy, warriors, they come back inside with spirits. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much. That was moving. Anyone want to say anything? Again, there you go, talking from the heart and reaching out, to all people from Boy. We see we don't be part of all these lavish parties of, celebration of our culture, yes, but also, of socializing, where you get huge sums of money being wasted, as I'll say, because there's so much excess. And then when you pass a basket, say, hey, look now for people that they suffer, people that they need this, people that they need medicine, and you will see $500. But if you hear about the budget for make any of these events, it's nothing less than $50,000. So we're just pleased to if people that call, maybe tickle their conscience a little bit. Maybe not forget things will come out. Not that we come out from gold. We're not working on gold and silver. If we work on gold and silver, we'll actually stay for it. We land get the gold and silver. Yes, it be stolen from we. And we don't become slaves on our own very land. So please, in as much as you drive these big cars, you do all these things out here, don't forget, there's no family where if you tell me, say, when you turn around, you see some suffering person around you, will be affected by this war way, now we find it, So if you get so much, just take the money where you drop off a bin. Just take that excess where you throw it up and all that thing. Just sorry that picking will be shot in the leg, where get with no problem when I cause them. Or even with soldiers, the way they defend you and me. A lot of when projects and when I want to build businesses, when I want to build schools, when I want to build hospitals, clinics, and so on. Who do you fight for this land? Who do you fight for? Stop being selfish. I'll be sorry if I always sound that way because that's how I see it. Either ignorance or selfishness. And ignorance will not be excused after 4 years because all man, if you don't read for internet, tell your picking may read them for you explain them. Wait till the fight. But all the papa they know about this fight. So no people pretend to no. So we just in as much as we beg, we also say we people them check themselves. And all of us when we go for church, when we call God and do this and do that. What is God about? If your godliness not be transformed into search the need for justice, into reaching out to help another person. Now the time for Lent, as most of we Catholics, they know, 40 days of fasting and deep meditation in preparation of the most important feast of the church, which is Easter, the resurrection of Christ. So you will see, you say, oh, I don't want chop, and I abstain and I fast on chop. That's good. But what are we really doing? You fast for lose weight, or you fast. Now say you really want to get close to God. You are doing that, but your next neighbor. Remember, even some songs that say, if you can't do this for me, but you never make peace or you never help the other person, no, things are the mix up. Whatsoever you do to the least of my brothers. What is the least of my brothers? It means to the vulnerable, to the oppressed, to the suffering, to the underdogs of the world. Yeah? Whatsoever you do to the least of my brothers, you do unto me. So God is not far away. God is truly not far away. God is that suffering person, that suffering nation, that suffering people, that oppressed people, those people that are being killed unjustly. And if you truly know God, then you should stand for justice. If that is not your call, then at least help the victims of this senseless war. So thank you, Chairman. I know so your hand to be full. You have a lot to follow up with. We are really blessed to have you here. And we continue to beg people. They say, may they donate through those links. They will get them on the screen. Thank you so much. Goodbye.
Thank you, everybody.
Okay.
Amazonia.
Thank you. Goodbye. Okay, so coming on to, I guess we'll get a small commercial break, and then we'll come up with questions. We'll open line for questions. Then we'll plead with everybody for continue for shipping whatever they have. Thank you.
Yeah. I just get some one message where Grand Zero seem for complaint. Oh yes. Sorry for that short break. I think I just got some one message here that Granzero is claiming that some of them don't have the signal down there. Might be Facebook has continued again to interrupt the lines, but I think that if some of them are hearing, then they can switch to YouTube. I think that be one of the ways to go about it. We are very sorry for that challenges that you might be facing now on ground zero. I don't know what's the current situation. If the lines now are connected, if you get the signal now, then that will be much more better. If not, the lines are open now for any call from whatever location you might be. Uh, the lines are open. On the screen bar, you will see the PayPal for the payment for We Warriors and also from Gokutunja. But then also you also find the phone number which is passing on the screen bar below. So you could give a call if you have a contribution that you have to make. So we are now open for the call while we continue to have a common discussion. I think that we have been able to now uh, remind the people about the emergency, which we are pleading with each and everyone from wherever you are to kindly intervene and do some generous contribution at this moment, because the issues which the people. Okay, I just have a call here. Hello. Hello, can you hear me? can you switch off? Yeah, if you feel switch off your noise on your background.
On my background.
Yeah, your screen seems to be on. I think your TV is on.
No, my TV is not on. I don't know if you're talking to me.
Oh, okay. Because are you following the program?
Hello, what?
Yes.
Is it okay now?
Yes, I think it's better now.
Okay, thank you so much. Your program today had been the one, that it looks like it's really an emergency program that doesn't require so much to be suggesting. Apart from that, if somebody has something, you should just chip it in, and when we can get way out of this, then we can start bringing other suggestions like the way I want to feel. And on the other side of it, if there's a way, it could be that since we have Ngogutrinjai already working with Bui, and I think Ndutu as well, then Bamenda too should also join, because these people are coming from somewhere, so we try to attack the source before they get to us and see what we can do. This is the little, I really want to contribute, and I want to thank Dr. Yaya, for promoting Gonso in her outfit today, and you, Waters, thank you so much.
Thank you very, very much for that precious contribution. Oh yes. I think the caller was actually re-emphasizing about the issue of payment, and also the need for an offensive attack in order to surprise the enemy, and also to make them to understand that we are no more just simply defending ourselves, but we are really ready for this battle to see that we have our land, and then to continue with our deep sense of belonging, but also to thank the chairman and the county chairman of Bui for such a brilliant contribution. Okay, I saw I have another line caller here. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yes, you are online now.
Okay, awesome. So, this is Captain Elvis speaking on behalf of Bowie County, and I just want to encourage all sons and daughters of Bowie, their friends and well-wishers, to come on board and join hands so we can make a light work, so we can turn this stumbling blocks into stepping stones and make this journey to Boyer an easy one. So I just want to encourage and thank you all for what you're doing for our nation. Thank Ma Irene in particular for her hard work, and not forgetting all the warriors back home. I want to thank them for their service, for their sacrifice, and they're doing a wonderful job, and Ambazonia is seeing it. And we are here to encourage others to join hands so we can make our journey an easier one to Boya. So thank you all for your service.
Thank you very, very much for that word of encouragement. Actually, I'm very sure that we needed a voice like your own to actually make the people to understand, because especially you being a commander, you understand exactly what is happening on the terrain, especially that you people have been able to brief us about the number of trucks and the deployment of military soldiers that are moving towards Bui. This tells you that Bui is a very solid and great county, and with a very determined soldiers. If not, why do you think that they are focusing on Bui? You see, this tells you that they understand that Bui and Ngokutinja, the rest of the county, it is now time for them to make them to understand that we are now ready to take our land. So I'm really, really delighted to hear your voice. I'm really grateful that you have been able to talk to the people, because that is exactly what they have been expecting to hear, especially from a commander who understand the terrain and understand the need of the people. I think that every sons and daughter, especially from the phone calls and messages that we have been receiving, I think the attention now is around Bui and Jinja in general. I think that we will be very um, determined this time. People should be more serious this time to intervene, so that we have a collective victory. Uh, I'm really, really grateful. I think that if you still have one thing to anything to say, you're still on.
Yeah, thank you. And I just want to remind people that as we speak right now, we have about 6 trucks of terrorists that are actually shooting their way through one of our local government areas, Kumbo, going all the way to Kum, local government area right now. We know that the whole county has been surrounded by terrorists from all fronts, called from the Noni LGA. We have about 7 trucks that are standing there that are big terrorists that are ready to pounce in. Oko LGA, we also have about 6 trucks there standing ready to come in. Kumbo Center, is about 12 of them already in. Kum, we have about 6 going up, as I just mentioned. We have about 2 coming in through the Miami LGA on the other front. So Bowie is being infested by all these terrorists, and our warriors are capable, but they need our support. They need all hands on deck. We just need to provide them with the materials, and they will deliver the results for us. If all other counties that have drafted and they don't know how to do with their draft money, please send it to Bowie, and the warriors will help you finish this war in no time. They will deal with these terrorists, and you would have nothing to even fight for in the other counties and LGAs. I am confident that the warriors have been tested. They have delivered results, and if you could deliver them your service, you can give them your sacrifices in terms of financial support, they will be able to deliver those results for Ambazonia. Thank you very much.
I am extremely delighted. I think this is a very, very important and precious information that you have just delivered now, because we didn't even know that this was the gravity of things that were going to happen in that area. Actually, from the very early beginning, we just got a very few and maybe scanty information that was that some 4 trucks were heading towards Bui. But now we can see that it's a whole contingent of military deployment, and that is to tell you that they understand where they are going. But they should understand very well that for 4 years and counting, they have not succeeded. They should not think that they should succeed now. I'm really, really peeling and adding my voice together with that of all the Amazonians. Actually, we are even more delighted that the director of the resource mobilization was here a few minutes with us to draw the attention of each and everyone. And within the week, there's going to be a lot of sensitization, because weekend precisely you will be made to know the time and the venue and the exact time where there's going to be what we call a general fund raising, especially when this issue of Bui is concerned. So we want to just inform people that within the week we are going to disseminate the information, and over the same national TV, there's going to be a very big fundraising that will be coming up. That will be headed by the resource mobilization team. Hello?
Yes, sorry, just to step in there, if you don't mind. Thank you, Captain Water. Thank you, Captain Elvis, for the wonderful service to Bowie County, and for your expertise and professionalism, and your dedication, to serving motherland. We appreciate you. Thank you for giving those details. Sorry, my able comrade, for stepping in. I just wanted to add that whilst we are doing all of this and contributing, those Twitter warriors, we are all warriors, we are all activists. We should make sure we inform the entire world about this genocide that is being planned by La République terrorists. So let's all go on Twitter, of course, after contributing, because the main thing is, having the stuff that we need on the ground to do what we have to do. But please, let's use all media to expose, this demonic plan of the La République du Cameroon genocidal forces who are about to commit mass genocide as they have been doing. So let's go active on the account and donate. But let's not forget to tweet and inform the entire world using social media of any shape and form to actually send out this information. We're calling everybody whilst we're still hoping to have or planning another fundraiser. The emergency is right now, as we've heard from Captain. We are being surrounded by all these thugs or terrorists from all corners. So it is actually now. Please don't wait for next week to donate. Do it now if you can. And next week, of course, is going to be another extension to also cover other areas that are in need or under attack. So please look at the dashboard, chip in what you have. Nothing is too small, and we are forever grateful. Thank you. So, Captain, are you done, or are you still?
Commander is still online.
Yes, I'm still online.
Excellent.
So any
yeah. Any last word for the people?
Just like you all mentioned, I just want to thank the leadership and ask the Warriors Communications spokesperson has sent out a word calling on all to join in and maintain our success if we are able to help them with the resources needed. I just want to add my voice to that of the communications person who speaks on behalf of all the warriors that all they need at this moment is that support as we continue in our prayer so that the warriors can come out victorious throughout these confrontations that we make Amazonia proud. And we send all those via terrorists to the point of no return.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Thank you all well wishes. And thank you all people of Amazonia for the love that you've shown with County and for your continued support and your unwavering and continued determination and dedication to serve your people. May God bless you all.
Excellent. Thank you very, very much for calling, and we're looking much forward.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
Right. Comrade, Dr. Comrade Yaya, we
Yes,
just lost one caller now. Zero, but I think that the caller will be calling again. The call came just at the moment when we're receiving the.
Can you call back? Is it possible to call back?
Yes.
Maybe.
So
Yeah, let's try.
The caller will be calling soon.
Okay.
Look
at the dashboard while you're waiting for the call and chip in something. Nothing is too small. Nothing is too small. Encourage a friend. It must not be someone from Amazonia. Just any person, human being of goodwill and conscience, and just tell them the suffering our people have been subjugated to or subdued to.
Hello. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Now you are on.
Yeah, good evening.
Evening.
Yes. Good evening.
Evening, comrade.
Yes, I just want to tell you that we are not receiving signals here in Bamenda. We are not receiving signals.
Oh,
so I'm not on the book. There are no signals.
Oh shit. Yes, because I just received a text message for one of the comrades on Ground Zero that they are not receiving the signal. So I was thinking that they could switch like on YouTube because we're facing the same challenge. I think Secretary Chris had mentioned that they were trying to rectify the problem, or maybe Facebook itself is also like contributing to this interruption, which is rather unfortunate. But I think that we are going to try to see how we can find a way out. I am so grateful for this your intervention.
Okay, yes, please do.
Yeah.
There are many of us who look up to participate in this program. Since last week we have not participated. So if you can do something about it, we'll be fine. We're very good.
Exactly.
Yes. Sorry to yeah, I just wanted to add that.
Right?
Yes, I think we're hoping next week everything should be all right. But within the week, they are going to inform you, the Ground Zero, already about the day for the fundraising for Gui and Nkokutinja, but also the program for press hour will be fixed at 8 p.m. Amber time prompt. So it will be very good to be there. But
sorry to interrupt. Yeah, sorry to interrupt. We are actually having technical issues. Yeah, sorry to that Ground Zero is not informed about this. We're having some technical issues with ABC and hoping to resolve that this week. So please, if you don't have enough data to follow on Facebook, maybe you can go to YouTube and you will have it there. But we are hoping and praying that by the grace of God and the goodwill of all men, have things moving again this week. So sorry about the inconvenience. And yeah, we're together. So try YouTube in the meeting. Yeah.
Excellent. One more caller is just calling. Yes, we keep in touch, comrade.
Thank you so much for the call.
Yeah. Oh, I just missed. There was one caller again. I think he has some contribution. Let's see. Hello? Oh yeah, comrade, you are live on the program now.
Yes, comrade, what you guys you have one aspect of invasion of soldiers of division. The other counties, the neighboring counties, should ensure that they are also armed, so that this will kind of divide the strength of the Republic soldiers.
Sure.
Because if we allow all of them to be focused on they might overpower our people in that county, but the other county should be at work. So that, hello?
Yes, we're hearing.
Yes, so I'm saying that our forces should be distributed. They should not just wait on we division to face these invading La Republic soldiers who are going towards we. Because if all of them gather on we, they will overpower we. But if they are fighting in many fronts, in fact, they will be weakened. Their strength will not be as much. So that aspect should be highlighted.
Of course.
Because if Cameroon 3,000 soldiers went to we, and they have to divide them, 3,000 divided by, say, 5 countries, they will be weak. They will not be able to resist. So they should not wait that we should fight alone. Other countries should be at work.
No, you're right. Actually, yes, no, I thank for this contribution.
And then the callers who are calling for Ground Zero, you people should tell them to spread the information to Bui. If they cannot get the signals on Ground Zero, they should now talk to the people by whatever is so that they are not.
Excellent. Thank you for this contribution. I think what is happening here is that there is some kind of military strategy going on that we thought we cannot reveal it on the air, because military issues is something that is kept in some kind of closet, conscious of the fact that Demis is also watching and listening to us. But I think that your point is very important, and we are also we have considered so many things that you have said, and trouble not your heart. I'm very sure that the same God that is guiding us is the same God that is going to inspire us, and I think that He will fight the battle for us. But of course, we are going to consider everything that you people are contributing here, and I'm sure that your information has gone quite far and is very important and strong.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to reassure the caller that that will be fed back to the relevant department, which is the Department of the DSS for State Security, Department for State Security. But yeah, we get you loud and clear, and thank you for your contribution. We just want to thank Ground Zero again, thank all the Amazonian Restoration Forces. In difficult times and this, we pray the God of justice will protect you people. When I just stand for what is right and stand with faith in God, and He will vindicate us all. So we pray for as we pray for our restoration forces, we ask diaspora make the contribute till we bleed, please, because we don't get no other option. People make this suffering, make we finish this war quick so that the suffering too will be it will come to an end, and not only coming to an end, coming with justice that we deserve, which is our independence, our full independence as a nation. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Thanks to all the donors. And see you at same time next week. From the water.
Just want to thank everybody that has exercised some patience, and then to draw your attention that we are very conscious of what is happening with Bui, and that what is happening in Bui is not for Bui people, but for all the sons and daughters and all the northern southern zone of Amazonia, and that we are very united, and collectively we are going to stand together to see that we keep the enemy away. We also want to thank the technical team that is doing a fabulous job behind the scene, especially that we are facing all sorts of challenges, but with their expertise, they have been able to deliver so much to make sure that we pass some information that we thought are useful for our people for collective interest. We just want to draw your attention. Our anchor man, Comrade Dr. Ngwabe, is out for a very special mission, but he will hopefully be joining us again next week as soon as he tidy up the mission that he was called to execute. So we have been extremely busy, and also to call on each and everyone that make this regular program 8 p.m. Amber time every Sunday, the press hour that is directly the voice of the presidency. We also want to make you understand that the technical issues that are interrupting signal on Ground Zero, we are doing our best to work it out. But don't forget that you can also tune to YouTube and to get some information, or you can still watch the program after because it is recorded and it will be disseminated. So please just be informed, and just continue to use the pay file, or what they call the money, the link that has been given on the down below screen bar to do your payment. Don't get any other payment because it might any other link because it might be misleading to you. This is the right link that is going on the top bar, on the bar of the screen. So just want to thank each and everyone for your patience, and we are looking much forward for next week. Thank you very much, Comrade Dr. Yaya, for twitching the time out, especially that you were out for a very special mission last time, and hopefully we will be meeting again next Sunday.